تحلو الحياة ويروى قلبي الصادي ويشرق الكون من قاف ومن صاد يا فتيات رتلوا القرآن خاشعة قلوبهم في هناءات وإسعاد سيروا فأنتم.
Allah says in Surah Ya-sin, "Did I not covenant to you, O children of Adam, that you should not worship shaitan? Indeed, he is a plain enemy to you, and that you should worship only me, that is the straight path." Ibn Kathir writes in his book, The Tafsir of the Quran, regarding this verse. He says, "This is a warning from Allah to the disbelievers among the sons of Adam, those who obey the shaitan even though he was a plain enemy to them, and they disobeyed Allah, the most merciful, who created them and granted them provision. For that reason Allah says, and that you should worship me, that is a straight path, meaning I commanded you in the world to disobey shaitan, and I commanded you to worship me, and this is a straight path. But you followed a different path, and you followed the commands of shaitan." The same verse in Fath al-Qadir written by Imam al-Shawkani, he says, "A covenant is to entrust." In other words, humanity has been entrusted through the messengers of Allah to not worship the shaitan, i.e. to not obey him. This is indeed a straight path, which is to not associate partners with Allah in worship. And finally, in the tafsir written by Abdurrahman al-Sa'di, he says, "Did I not covenant you means that did I not command you and entrust you on the lips of my messengers and say to you, O children of Adam, that you should not worship shaitan, that is, you should not obey him." This scolding is a warning for all kinds of disbelief and sin, because all of it is obedience to shaitan and worship of him. And Sa'di then completes the rest of the verse, "Indeed, he is a plain enemy to you," by saying, "So I warned you against him in the most emphatic terms, told you not to obey him, and informed you of that to which he calls you. And I instructed you that you should worship me by obeying my command and refraining from what I forbade." Allah then says, "And that you worship me, that is a straight path." This is a command to know that the straight path in acting accordingly is based on these two matters.
Worship cannot be achieved until obedience to Allah Almighty is achieved. Any form of obedience given to any other than Allah is worship of the shaitan. Be it worship of idols, of statues, of clergy, of monks, or other taghut, with or without the worship of Allah. All are one and the same. Therefore, the covenant that has been revealed to us through Allah's messengers is indeed the very same one. This covenant being, worship Allah, you have no deity but Him. This worship is made true through obedience of Allah, of Him Almighty. He alone must be our sole source of guidance. This source includes our morals, our ideals, our values, rituals, the social and political parts of our lives. Any deviance from this is obedience of shaitan, and it is those who do so which are rebuked by Allah in the Day of Judgment. Allah says, "But stand apart today, you criminals. Did I not enjoin upon you, O children of Adam, that you not worship shaitan? For indeed he is to you a clear enemy, and that you worship only me. This is a straight path. And he had already led astray from among you much of creation. So do you not use reason? This is the hellfire which you were promised. Enter to burn therein today for what you used to deny." So let's take a moment to observe where we direct our worship and obedience. Do we direct it to Allah, or do we direct it to shaitan?
ويشرق الكون من قاف ومن صاد